turn this on. Boop. I just burnt my tongue. That hurt. Like a mother trucker.
Mother trucker, dude!
Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is my second time trying to film this video because I tried filming this video yesterday and I just was in a very delusional state. I was talking for like an hour long, an hour and 20 minutes long to be specific. I just kept on rambling and it was just so unorganized and I did not know what I was talking about. I felt like I was literally hallucinating the entire time. So, decided to refilm the video because now I kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna talk about. So I had to wear the same sweater, make another hot chocolate in the same mug. If that's not commitment, I don't know what is. For this video, I was gonna decorate my Nike Air Force Ones with some beads because I saw online people decorated their Air Force Ones by putting beads on the shoelaces. And I did that yesterday in the video, so I can't do that again for this video, which is kind of sad. I'll show you guys the final result of the shoes. So today I am doing a chatty video because I'm just in a mood to talk. But then again, when am I ever not in a mood to talk? I feel like I talk so much to the point where I can talk about nothing for hours. So recently I went to my first ever high school party. Woohoo! And as most of you guys probably already know, I document a lot of my high school life and my high school experience. I've done like first day of high school vlogs, just school vlogs in general, my school dances, etc. And I feel like going to your first high school party is pretty monumental for your high school life and your journey, experience. I feel like high school parties is something kids fantasize and think about a lot when going into high school, especially because of high school movies and stuff. So today I thought I would talk about my experience going to my first high school party and maybe like give advice and just talk about the whole thing in general. So, let's get started. So as most of you guys probably already know, I am a senior. I know I don't look like one. I know I look straight up like a 10-year-old, like I just got out of elementary school and I'm going to middle school. But no guys, surprisingly, I'm a 17-year-old teen senior in high school. I don't know how. So I'm a senior and this was my first ever real high school party and I just went recently. So I'm kind of late. I feel like it's a little bit sad. Or is it even sad? I feel like it's not really sad because I think everyone's at their own pace, on their own journey in this thing we call life. I just have really weird goals and expectations for myself and my life, and I don't put those on others. Like if I was to look at another senior and this was their first ever party that they've been to, I wouldn't look at them as sad, but when I look at myself, it's really weird. Different topic for another day. I'm not gonna get into it. The reason why I say I'm late is because I feel like everyone started partying way before me, like a couple years ago even, and this was like my first year ever going, and it's my last year of high school. And a reason for that is probably because I don't get invited to parties. Or to anything in general, actually. I'm not really popular. I only have like 5 friends that I see every day and actually talk to and hang out with. And I kind of just stay within my circle and my group, and throughout my school routine and schedule, I see the same people every day. So that's probably a reason why. I forgot to mention that this party was open invite. So like anyone could just show up. You didn't have to get invited. So I didn't even get invited. So don't get it twisted thinking, oh wait, that makes no sense. You don't get invited to things, then how'd you go to the party? Nah, it was open invite and that's why I was able to go. So don't get it twisted. I'm very much so a loser. So, haha. Haha. I was actually gonna do a vlog instead of doing this chatty type video, but then I really thought about it, and when the opportunity came, I realized that's probably a bad idea. I don't know about you, but filming kids doing illegal shit and drinking underage sounds kind of problematic. That's just a mess waiting to happen, and I'm not trying to get into that. So I'm doing this video instead. So it all started when my friend told me about this party, and my friends and I decided to go because I've never been to one before and I wanted to experience it. I've actually never really been interested in going to parties until the end of my junior year, so like a few months ago, and literally I just wanted to go so I can make a video about it. If that doesn't tell you my social life and how it is, I don't know what will. I feel like everything I do is for a video, but that's an issue for another day. So on the day of the party, I pull up, skirt,
Ew,
Ew. Why did I do that?
ew,
God, who am I?
I was actually really excited and nervous, but I made sure to keep my expectations low. I had to knock it down a little bit, so then I don't get disappointed. As per usual. So I walk into the party, and this was a Halloween party, and there were like black lights and decorations. Right when I walked in, automatically I already felt kind of out of my element. You never really would catch me at a party. It's just kind of not what you would think of me, you know? Does that make sense? Even other people came up to me and told me that they did not expect me to be there and that they were proud of me because I was out of my element. It was something new. I guess I don't really give off that wild child party kid vibe, which honestly, I get. I'm not known to be like a wild kid. I literally go to school and then go home and make videos and post them online. That's my life. That's what I do. There were definitely a lot of people there. You had to like maneuver yourself around to get around people, but it wasn't like a humongous party. We are not what you call rich. I don't live in SoCal. I don't live in freaking LA or Beverly Hills and that type of shit. I live in a very small, white suburban town. So it wasn't like the parties you see in movies where they're in like huge mansions or anything. And also right when I walked in, my friends came up to me because they already got there way before me. I came late to the party. So by the time I got there, people were already drinking their Capri Suns. Am I gonna call it Capri Suns the entire video? Yes, I think I will, so I don't get demonetized. And a lot of people were already... Yeah. A disclaimer and a really important thing to know about me. I do not drink, I do not smoke, I am not that type of person. I'm a very goody two-shoes, innocent pure child. I'm the person... Oh my god, I just spilled hot chocolate all over me. Oh no, my new sweater. That sucks, bro. That really sucks. Are you kidding? You know what? I'm gonna go wash it. Now my sleeve is all wet. How Ariana Grande washes her hands. Yeah. Speaking of Ariana Grande, Liz Gillies and Ariana Grande performed Give It Up last night, and my 8-year-old self freaked out. Or I guess you could say I freaked out. I'm so funny.
So what I'm gonna do now is freak the freak out.
I'm the person in the movies that like holds an empty cup or like throws the drink behind them or like dumps it or like pretends to drink but doesn't actually drink it. It kind of just touching my lips awkwardly or like I'll spit it out or something like that. That kid in the movies is me. I actually have done that at parties before and I have videos of me. I have never gotten drunk. I have never drinking alcohol really before. I just have never imagined myself being that person. And to me, like the concept of getting drunk and blacking out isn't really appealing. I just feel like nothing good that's worth it happens from drinking. And I feel like a lot of bad things usually happen. So I kind of just stay away from it. Personally, I feel like I can wait till I'm 21. Like I feel like I have enough self-control to not drink or smoke or do any of those things that kill your body. I'm just joking, by the way. If you drink and stuff, good for you. It's just not my thing. So my friends and I most of the time kind of just walked around, chilled, talked to people, and kind of just stood there and people watched. Basically, we kind of just did nothing the entire time. I noticed at parties, if you're not drinking, there's literally nothing else to do except just stand there and small talk. Oh my god, small talk. I hate small talk so much. And at parties, that is basically all you do. I do not understand why people do small talk. I'd much rather talk about like a real topic and have some meaningful conversation instead of, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. Okay, bye. Like, That is such a waste of time. I don't know why people do it. Like, why even bother? Do not talk to me if you're gonna do small talk. I want something real to talk about. Like, I want to have an actual conversation. If I'm being honest, nothing really eventful happened. I wish something crazy happened, like we got kicked out by cops, or someone jumped on a table and broke it, or something crazy like that so I can do a story time about it. But none of that happened. It was just a pretty chill time. Oh, I did step in dog poop in the backyard. So that was so much fun. That was like the highlight of my night. And apparently after I left, my friends told me later on about how they just saw this really weird image, this view, this like setting. There's basically this girl on the right, sitting in a chair, sleeping, covered in her own vomit. And then just imagine a couple sitting next to her on a chair on top of each other. And then imagine another couple behind them under a blanket. I feel like that's high school culture. That is high school party culture in a picture. The entire night, I just wanted to go into like an empty corner or an empty room and just like sit and talk to my friends. But they wanted to actually like be immersed with the people in the party because obviously it's a social event. So you gotta be social. But I didn't want to do that. I'm not gonna lie, I did not want to do that because I was bored out of my mind. Lately, I've just been really bad at socializing. It's been really hard for me to be able to talk to other people and meet new people. I feel like I'm kind of just at this level or at this phase of my life where I'm kind of just very introverted. So it's very weird for me to like get nervous talking to people when in the past I haven't really had that. And with that being known, at a party, people are drinking their Capri Sun. And when people drink their Capri Suns, they become more open and more social and more talkative. So due to that, people would just come up to me and talk to me, and I had very unusual and awkward encounters. Like people I've never talked to before, or people that I usually do not talk to started talking to me, and that was just so weird. I was very uncomfy for some reason. A funny story, my friends and I actually did end up going to an empty room, and I had like a couch in there, and we're literally just chilling out like this, and then no joke, people would just start filing in and started talking to us and telling us their problems and just being how drunk people are, and we felt like actual therapists. We had our degree, we were therapists, and we were literally just here like, oh, okay. It was just so funny because we did not expect that at all. We just wanted to sit on a couch, and then suddenly we become therapists for all these people. These two girls came in and they were pretty drunk, and they were like,
You're so pretty. And another girl's like, oh my god, no, you're so pretty.
I felt like I was watching a movie scene happen. And another girl came out to me, she was my friend, like I knew her, and she was pretty fucked up, dude. She was pretty fucked up.
What the fuck is up, Kyle?
And she just came up to me and was like,
Dustin,
You're just so nice, and I really hope you blow up and have all this success because you deserve it and blah blah blah.
and she was just saying all these like really sweet things, and me being the person I am, an insecure piece of shit, I do not know how to take compliments very well. So I was just here like on the couch. Thank you. And then later on that night, one of my other friends started sobbing hysterically to the point where she was just crying nonstop. And then obviously my friends and I had to comfort her. Mostly my friends were just comforting her, and I was just in the corner like, I just came here for a good time. And then after sitting there in the corner, watching my friend cry for a little bit too long, I decided, I'ma call it a night, I'ma head out. So I dipped. Like as one of my friends is sobbing, my other friends are surrounding her, I just like stand up and I'm just like, bye guys, I'ma head out. Ha, peace out, ha. And I left early. I stayed for a good hour and a half. I don't know why I stayed that long. I should have just left earlier. I should have left at the 30-minute mark. I just was not really having that good of a time. I was pretty bored most of the time, and I just kept thinking to myself, what are we doing? Like, why am I even here right now? Cue Here by Alessia Cara. That's how I felt. And also I learned that I do not like seeing people drunk. I especially do not like seeing my friends and people I care about drunk. Everybody just acts so differently when they're drunk, and me seeing them like like that and acting in that certain way makes me view them differently. I just don't like seeing people not have their filters and not really be and act like themselves. I do not react well with it. It gives me very weird and bad energy. I just don't like seeing people not act like how they usually are, and I just don't want my views of how I think of people to change, especially when they're under the influence. But it's really hard to not view them in that way when they're drunk and you're like seeing them do all this stupid shit. It's just nah. I'm good. I prefer not to look at that. Also, people were acting so odd to the point where I thought people were just faking being drunk. Like those scenes of teens at high school parties when they're drunk and they're like leaning against walls and like stumbling and like talking all weird. That was what was in front of me and what I was watching. I thought that was just some exaggerated shit we see in movies. I didn't know that was literally real life and that some people actually act like that. I was looking at them, I'm like, are you like actually like this right now or are you faking it? I do believe sometimes when people drink, they do conform to this mannerism of how they think drunk people are, if that makes sense. Because it was just so like unbelievable. I was standing there in disbelief. Like I was like, is this actually happening right now? That was kind of the whole party and the whole experience. I used to think I was a party person and I definitely still do think I'm a party person. I love like social events and like making new friends and new experiences. But I think at these type of certain parties where there's no dancing or anything and there's really nothing much else to do except drink, I definitely do not thrive in these situations. And also do not take this video in the wrong way. No offense to those people who do like partying and who do like drinking. If you do and it makes you happy, good for you. It's just not really my thing. I guess I kind of learned that I'm not really a high school party type of person. I feel like I'm making it sound like I would never go to a party again. I definitely would go to a party again, and I probably most likely will if like my friends go and I want to hang out with them. But definitely I'm not going to be partying every weekend. Sum it all up, high school parties and high school party culture, it really is not all that. It is nothing like the movies, which I feel like all of us should know by now that High School Musical and all those movies about high school lied to us. We've been lied to. We've been tricked. I don't know about you, but for me personally, I don't think I could stay at a party longer than an hour. I stayed for an hour and a half. I don't even know how I did that. I just feel like I was like wasting my time. Some people stayed there for 3 hours, which like, I don't know how you did that. Then again, they are drinking their Capri Suns and I'm not, so there's a big difference there. I'm definitely the type of person that would much rather stay at home and be productive and get work done, or hang out with friends in a small intimate setting and go get food and just chat, or even just like relax by myself and watch Netflix. I would take those things over going to a party with people I barely know or care about, if I'm being honest. But I guess that's just kind of me as a person. I know not everyone is like that. I do understand the concept of why people like partying. It's fun, it's relaxing, it's an opportunity to meet new people. I feel like a lot of people actually rely on alcohol to be social and talk to other people, which I don't know if that's like the most healthiest thing in the world, because I would much rather learn how to talk to someone and have fun without having to resort to alcohol. But if you do have to do that, like, it's fine. Like, I'm not judging you. You do you. Again, I'm literally just saying what I think. Do what makes you happy. I'm not gonna control you. Don't be judged by me. Like, who cares? Like, who cares what I have to say? Who cares what you have to say? Who cares what everyone has to say? Do your own fucking shit. I'm gonna end off this video with some advice and like life lesson-y things, some cheesy shit, I know. First, which is my #1 thing, is do not get peer pressured. Don't do anything you don't want to do or you don't think is safe, and just stay true to yourself and follow your morals. Definitely at these settings, it's very easy to get peer pressured into doing things you don't want to do. That's just so stupid. And if you're a person that peer pressures someone, fuck you. I actually do think that peer pressure and stuff is definitely getting better, because when I was at the party, people definitely tried getting me to drink the Capri Suns, but I was like, nah, like, I don't drink, I'm good. And other people were like, oh, that's chill, that's fine. Don't do that peer pressure shit. So that was like one of my experiences, and that was really wholesome, because that makes me have faith in teenagers. Because teenagers are something else. We are a different species. Like, we are horrible. We are horrible people. Moral of the story, just do what you think you're ready for and don't care about other people. I just hit my plant. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I would go with friends, so you have people to hang out with and talk to, and then you have a safe bubble of people who can keep an eye on you. And going alone to a party, I don't know about you, but that does not sound fun to me. Especially because then you'll have to like go head first into socializing with new people. If you're like me, I am not good at that. And my last advice is I think everybody should go to a high school party at least once if the opportunity comes. But also if you don't want to go, that is completely fine. You do not have to go to a party if you do not want to. It's really not that big of a deal. But personally, I would go once just so you can experience it and learn and just grow as a human being if you want to get philosophical. And you never know, you might end up liking parties and like socializing with other people and you might make new friends, but it's all up to you. Ultimately, just make sure you are comfortable and staying safe. That is the most important thing. That is pretty much it. I went to my first high school party and that was my experience. I hope this video was entertaining and like interesting and helpful. Hopefully somewhat funny. Probably not, but like I tried. I just wanted to like chat with you guys about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in my next video, I guess. Bye.
Alright, should I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it something I said?